So how's our day going today on Thursday, March 9th? Great! So great, in fact. Yesterday, the guys fixed our water pumps and filtration system so we can have clean water. However, the heat trace died. So they drilled a hole in the back of the pump house, put a hose out and ran it. Well, the ground's frozen, so all that water is now hitting the corner of the building that we just spent like $30,000 to repair, as well as going out to the parking lot. I have the band freaking out on me because cars are getting stuck. The road has a huge rut in it. I don't know if we're going to get our cargo in. Then we have the fact that with new pilots today for the cargo, we had our usual 10,000 pounds. Should have been able to fit on the 2 trucks. We had 3 trucks here, and this truck still had to come up for a second term. We're just filling the back now because the new pilots didn't know how to put the stuff on the trucks so that you could maximize space. And I mean, that's a learning curve. Everybody's going to learn it, and you're going to learn it at some point. But so now we've used 4 trucks technically to do what 2 trucks should have been able to do. Yeah, my days are going great. Yesterday, as you know, they pulled the trailer out. And we had to move power lines with wooden poles so that the trailer didn't take them down. It's been fun. It's been very fun, and by very fun I mean it's been horrible like lately. I mean, you can't say that working up here isn't an adventure, because it is. You have something interesting and new that you have to deal with every day. But when it's been non-stop for 7 months of dealing with these predicaments, it gets old. So this is what running that water overnight did. Yeah. So today I'm taking a much needed day off. I do have to go put the skid plates on the ATVs. So since one person, Pop Culture Vegan, did say that it was interesting seeing what you have to do, I'm going to show you guys, including some beginner mistakes. Some of those mistakes I made myself. Tools I need, very, very, very minimal for what I'm doing. They're all the same size bolt that I'm working with. So here we go. We have my ratchet with a downsizer on it so that this guy can fit on it for when I need that. This screwdriver actually just works a lot better to start one of the bolts, and then you switch over to the ratchet to tighten it. An extension for a few different spots that we need, and in case the push pins don't work right, a push pin extractor. So this is an automotive push pin extractor. There is a lot of other things out there you can use. There is different plastic ones and stuff. I will probably bring this one with me because there is a push pin I do have to pull out, and this can just start it enough to get this guy in. And then for those of you not knowing what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about: body panel push pins. So I have a whole kit of these in case something breaks or somebody needs one or anything like that. Anyway, gotta go do this. Okay, so our first step is the knuckle guards, and you'll notice the knuckle guards have a little colored line on them, and that's telling you which side they go on so that you can't confuse it. The bolts underneath will be painted either yellow or blue. So first and foremost, I need to collect my machine screws out of here. So we're just going to pause you for a second. Okay, so we got our screws, we got the tools in my pocket, we got our knuckle guards, and now let's show you what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. Into the snow. This is the only problem with working in the north. You don't have anywhere to do anything. Now, if you get in here, you'll notice those are blue, and on this side, they're yellow. And that's, actually, it looks like they messed up on this one. Looks like both sides are painted blue. That's not what's supposed to happen. What's supposed to happen is one side's supposed to have blue and one side's supposed to have yellow. Now to put these on, you actually have to take these guys off. So these A-arm guards have to come off for you to get the next set, the knuckle guards, on. So we'll take these guys off and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so the A-arm guard is now off, so you can get to where the knuckle guard goes on. Those two holes right there is where it'll go. So what you will end up doing is taking the blue one, which is this one. It's gonna go in. This is what we're protecting right here. And it's gonna go just like that. You can't see anything. I'm sorry, 1 second. Let me try and get in a better position. Sorry, on this side, I'm looking right into the sun, so I can't see anything. So yeah, it goes right on there. It'll get screwed onto those two holes. This is what I actually bring the screwdriver out for. I start them with the screwdriver, I tighten them in with the ratchet, and then I'm good to go. But so let's get both sides done. We'll get those A-arms back on. And we'll go on to the part that people actually mess up a lot. The first time I did it, I messed up. And I'll show you the mistake I made the first time I put a skid plate on in a second. So there you go. Sorry, I had stuff in my mouth. It is in place. Best way to get this on is to turn your wheel as far to the opposite direction as you can. You get more space in here. Now I just gotta get my ratchet, tighten those two bolts, put this A-arm back on, do the other side, and then do the skid plate. And there's the yellow. The blue I saw on this side was just on the brake lines and stuff. I didn't actually, from the angle I was at, I couldn't see the yellow bolts over there. So that's the yellow bolts marking for the yellow side. Here is the yellow-sided knuckle guard. So again, it is going to those holes, and I can't do it with just one hand, but we'll get it on there. It blocks this from taking damage. That right there. And you see there's one hole there, and there's another hole up here. All right. Okay, so our front end is done. Some of the problems with doing this in the snow is the frostbitten fingers. There are mechanic gloves and all that. I never find that I get a good enough grip on anything in gloves. I like to feel my skin against the bolts and stuff. I kind of need to do my work. The other problem is you're laying in snow. My pants are soaked. And also you get snow inside everything. But we are done the front end of this vehicle. So let's go get a skid plate. It's inside the pump house. You'll notice a lot of garbage outside the pump house. We did just have our filtration system replaced because this one is the one that blew up when it got too cold. You'll also see the steps are not the safest. Let's not talk about what happened there. But I got to get rid of that garbage. I have my skid plates in here. So here's my skid plates. So this side is your front end. Right there would be the hole for your oil change. Sorry, is that the oil change or is it down? I think it's actually further down. I think that's just a hole. But yeah, so one of the mistakes people make when they're dealing with these is they just start from the front end and try and work their way back. And I mean, it makes sense. You know, this goes on the front. These two holes here go right below the bumper. So it would make sense. But one of the ways it holds on is these two, right here, these two little metal clips. And they're back by the back on the frame. So you actually have to slide this on underneath and then do your stuff. And like I said, it is a mistake a lot of people make. I've made that mistake myself. First time I put this on, I did exactly what I just said. And I've read that a lot of people do it. You just start from the front and work your way back. But what you have to do is get it underneath. And then you have to go under with it so that you can slip these onto the frame. So, right here is what I'm talking about. It slips into this piece of the frame. And it does over here as well. And now we just have to put the bolts in to hold it up. And the two push pins that hold it right here. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Stop. Stop. I'm a real person. Stop. So, we're going to go downstairs and see what it takes to put together a arcade 1-up. Again, we have the Buck Hunter downstairs. The 4-in-1 Buck Hunter. I'm trying to remember where I saw an X-Acto knife somewhere. To open it up, but I don't see it. There is a lot of garbage in the basement. Tomorrow we'll bring the 350 cube over and throw out another load of garbage. Because we redid the floor in the utility room, which now has the nicest floor in the house. I actually had a chance to organize the utility room. And now that it's been organized, there is a lot of stuff gone. Here, let's just show you the floor in here, eh? Nicest floor in the house. So, and utility room has been organized. There was so much stuff in here when we moved in that it wasn't funny. There's a bunch of stuff that we've kept that could come in handy at some point. This stuff does have to go back to the store. It's extra swing sets and shit. I have so many of these out on trailers and everything. I need to get these over there. And then we have a washing machine that has to go to the dump. It's done. Some fridge doors that they don't have these fridges anymore. Just stuff that was also in that room. We have our dart board. I've been teaching the kids how to play darts. I'm waiting for new darts to come in because my daughter did break one, my eldest daughter. Got to put this guy together. We put that guy together. We have that wall that we use as our wall for movies when we set up the projector that's right over there. It's going to be good. When we're done down here, it's going to be a nice little family area. Looks like the guys might have been watching some movies themselves while they were down here. Okay. Bye, guys. Okay, I know when you're looking at an arcade machine in a box this size, there's going to be some assembly required, but yeah. This is more than some assembly required. Oh, I'm glad I'm starting this early. Alright. Okay, well now it's all out of the box, and there's actually only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things, which actually worries me more, because that was a huge box for just these 5 things. We got our guns, we got our planks, and then I'm gonna guess this is all the electrical. Okay, I guess we're on to this now. So it's all unboxed. It looks like it's gonna be a bitch to put together. But that all being said, it was packaged very, very well. So that's great. That's a blanket that actually I'm surprised the guy repacked it. Because we had a plumber and an electrician down here for about a week. Yeah. So I guess it's time. They say the only tool I need is a Phillips screwdriver. This one's probably too small, but it's what I had down here at the time of this beginning, so I'll see if it works or not. Anyway, let's go on to step 1. So it's almost done. I just really have this piece left. That's the base to make it stand higher. And the wiring, which is what we're coming back to work on now. Oh. All right. So, let's do this, shall we? And she's built. And in position. All right. Last thing up for this vlog, I did not finish my, I didn't finish the ATVs. What I decided to do, I sat there and I was like, hey, I have these 9 railway ties. I broke my toe with a few of them. But I have these 9 railway ties that are 10 by 10, and they're all just sitting over by the sea cans, because they were supposed to go under the sea cans, but because we didn't have a loader to take the sea cans off, didn't do that. I'm going to take 2 of them, cut them in half, basically cement those 2 halves together so that I have 2 20 by 10 things, and I'll drive the ATVs up onto that 20 by 10, and then I can actually get my fat ass under the ATVs in a better manner. So that'll be tomorrow's project.